Hello, kumusta po kayo? And welcome! Welcome po sa ating Coach Pinoy TV channel kung saan punong-puno po ng learnings kayong matututunan. About sales, about business, money, career, personal development, and of course, real estate. So, para po doon sa mga bagong kakatune in lang po sa atin pong channel, at syempre, even those po na matagal na pong nakatune in sa ating channel at hindi pa po nakakapag-subscribe sa atin pong Coach Pinoy TV channel, well, all you need to do po is hit that subscribe button. And then, of course, the notification bell na rin po para ma-update po kayo dun sa mga upcoming videos po natin. Okay? So, magpapakilala po muna ako. Ako po si Coach Pinoy, si Coach Gandhi. So, I am a training and management consultant po for over 14 years na. And so I do have a company which is G-Core Training Consultants kung saan nagtitrain po kami ng mga companies. And of course, we also do public seminars. So ngayon po medyo pandemic po tayo, so mostly online po natin kinokonduct po yan. Okay? So, simulan na natin yung atin pong video. So, ang atin pong video natin today is medyo kakaiba. Ang atin pong topic is more on personal development. And I'm sure narinig nyo na po itong topic na to. It may sound familiar, but of course, medyo lalagyan natin ng mas, sabi nga, konting palaman. Yung atin pong magiging topic for this video. Okay, so ang atin pong topic is how to build self-confidence. Alam niyo po, napakasimpleng topic po niyan. Pero sa totoo lang po, for those people na medyo, sabihin na natin hindi ganun po kataas ang kanilang self-confidence or self-esteem, naku, napakatindi po ng effect niyan. No? So it can even mean disappointments, frustrations, and even failures in life. Kung kayo po ay medyo mababa or mahina po ang inyong self-confidence. So, yan po ang atin pong pag-uusapan for this video. Okay. So, alam niyo po, pagdating po sa self-confidence, normally the reason why nagiging challenge po yan sa maraming tao is because of 4-letter words. Okay? A 4-letter word po. Okay? And it's all about fear. Okay? So, that's F-E-A-R, fear. Regardless po kung ano pong reason natin why we have low self-esteem or self-confidence, it's really mostly about fear. Okay? So, alam niyo po, ang fear, meron din pong ibig sabihin niya. And the word itself, no? So, fear actually means false events appearing real. And again, false events appearing real or fear. So, ibig sabihin yan, alam niyo po, marami pong mga tao na maraming kinakatakutan. No? So, iba-iba tayo. Siyempre, iba-iba tayong tao, iba-ibang kinakatakutan natin. Pero most of the time, even based on studies po, about 80 to 90% of the things that we fear actually doesn't happen. Di ba? So, actually po, meron pong reason or merong result rather, or nagiging result pag tayo po ay natatakot or if we fear something, no? So, una po sa lahat, the reason why tayo po ay natatakot, it's because number one, not knowing. No, not knowing. Okay, let me give you a perfect example po, no? Halimbawa sa school, di ba? Halimbawa, estudyante ka, may exam kayo, di ba? So, normally, naku, natatakot ako, baka mamaya bumagsak ako, hindi ako pumasa, etc. Pero, if alam mong nag-aral ka, prepared ka, ready ka, then you need not fear. Okay? So, that also goes for other areas in our lives, no? So, para medyo mabawasan or mawala po yung takot, we really have to make sure that we know, okay, or alam natin. Okay? Next is not having any control. Diba? Most of the time, the reason why people fear something, or maybe someone, di ba? It's because of not being, well, in control or fully in control. Okay? Sa totoo naman po, meron pong mga bagay na talagang hindi po natin talaga nakokontrol. Diba? Kumbaga may mga bagay tayo na pwedeng makontrol, may bagay tayo na hindi talaga makokontrol. That's why we need to focus on the things that we can control rather than those that we cannot. Okay? So the third result, or the third reason why we normally fear something or even someone, sabi nga, everything else is subjective. Yan. For example, kung ikaw ay ikaw ay magpe-present, no, sa harap ng isang grupo or sa harap ng ilang tao, no, normally, the reason why mababa ang self-esteem natin because of fear, baka mamaya, anong iniisip niya? Baka akala niya, hindi ako magaling, hindi ako marunong, hindi ko alam yung sinasabi ko. So all of those things, syempre, we don't have any total control. Okay? So all we need to do, again, we need to focus more on the things that we can control rather than those that we cannot. Okay? So again, not knowing, not being in control, and of course, everything else is subjective, no? So, kumbaga, syempre hindi natin mapipigilan yung impression ng mga tao sa atin. Okay? Alright. So, let's go now to the fact, no? Let's go now to the fact na ang fear, listen up, very important po. Ang fear can actually do two things to you. Okay? Can do two things to you. It can either motivate you or it can demotivate you. Okay? So marami pong mga tao na kapag natakot sila or kinakabahan sila, no? Normally they freeze. Ibig sabihin, medyo, wala na siyang magawa, hindi na siya makagalaw, di ba? So it's either you fear, then you stop, or you get demotivated, or you become more motivated, and then you prepare more, di ba, for something or someone, kung ano man yan, no? Para mas ma-boost po ang confidence natin. Okay. So here are some best advices po, no? Para kung paano po natin mabibuild ang atin pong self-confidence. Okay. So if you wanna write this down, pwede naman po. Okay. So number 1, para po ma-build ang self-confidence po natin, number 1, you have to know your strength. Saan ka ba magaling? No? Saan ka malakas? Okay? Kasi kung alam mo kung saan ka magaling, saan ka malakas, then you have to feel confident about it. Diba? Kung halimbawa naman, meron kang gusto. For example, gusto mong gumawa ng video. Alam niyo po, marami po akong mga taong kakilala, ayaw po nilang gumawa ng video kasi medyo, sabi nga, natatakot sila, di ba? Or hindi sila ganun ka-confident gumawa ng videos. The reason for that is because sinasabi nila, hindi ko forte yan, hindi ko strength yan. Pero kung gusto mong matutunan or if you want that to be part of your strength, then you go to number 2, which is you have to build on it. You have to learn it, no? So kung alam mo na kung ano ang strength mo or saan ka magaling or saan ka malakas, tutukan mo yon. You focus on that and you build on that. So how do you build on that? For example, going back to creating a video. Kung ikaw ay hindi ka ganun ka-confident mag-create ng video, humarap sa camera, then what you need to do is number 1, you practice. Di ba? Maybe sa harap ng mirror or maybe i-record mo yung sarili mo, tignan mo kung ano yung mga tama at mga mali or dapat mong i-improve, di ba? So you build on that, okay? And then we go to number 3. So una, know your strength. Number 2 is build on your strength. Kung meron kang gustong matutunan for it to become your strength, then you have to study it, you have to learn it. Okay, so alright, so number 3, no, very important kasi hindi naman pwedeng alam mo lang, no, and you just build on your strength. You also have to test. Then whatever is the result, you have to adjust and you have to innovate. Yan. So, syempre, kailangan mo siyang i-testing, di ba? Hindi pwedeng parating nasa isip lang na magaling ako dito, marunong ako nito, gusto kong gawin to. Kailangan mo siya i-test, no? Because you will never know if you are good at something if you don't do it, if you don't test it, no? And then once you test it po, then you do your adjustments. So, for example, nag-record ka, no? Gusto mong gumawa ng video. Medyo kabado ka, no? Practice. And then, nung pinanood mo yung video, medyo napansin mo, nanginginig ka, o kaya gumaganong-ganon yung mga mata mo, di ba? Then, you have to adjust. No? And you have to innovate, no? So, for example, kung medyo kabado ka, magulo yung mata mo, then maybe look at something, maybe not the camera, or look at something na maybe medyo babalang ng konti ng camera, mukha ka nakatingin sa camera, di ba? So, mukha ka confident. You have to innovate. But then again, you have to test it. Okay? So, number four, other than testing it po, syempre you have to practice every time. No, practice. Alam niyo po, sa maniwala kayo sa hindi, dati po mahihain po ko. No? So, medyo ikikwento ko po yan sa next videos or upcoming videos po natin kung paano ko po na-overcome yon. Pero, naging mas confident na po akong humarap. Actually, mas kabado ako ngayon makipag-usap ng one-on-one rather than sa grupo. No? So, mas confident na po ako nakikipag-usap or nakaharap sa maraming tao. Okay? So, the reason for that is because I practice. No? So, pag madalas mo na po siyang ginagawa, nasasanay ka, nabibuild mo na po yung confidence mo dyan. Okay? And very important, you practice and you become better every time. So, you always improve. Okay? Alright, last but definitely not the least, okay? Very important po. You have to try and get a coach or a mentor. Okay, so speaking about the coach or a mentor, no? Pwede namang may kakilala ka, 'di ba? Na medyo kumbaga very confident, no? Very confident siya doon sa gusto mong maging confident ka, no? You can actually ask for that person. Maybe that person can coach or mentor you. Or, pwede ka namang katulad yan, no? Mag-subscribe ka sa ating Coach Pinoy TV channel, no? Para marami kang matutunan, ma-build mo yung confidence mo sa mga bagay-bagay na gusto mong matutunan at maging magaling ka. Okay, so you can always do that, right? So, with that said po, I hope nakatulong po itong video na to. Very simple topic, pero sa totoo lang, very crucial, no? Yung building po ng ating confidence because it can make or break our goals. And kumbaga, it can also make or break, or it can make us successful or unsuccessful po. Okay, so with that said po, maraming pong salamat. And again, para po doon sa mga hindi pa po nakaka-subscribe, regardless kung bago ka or matagal ka nang nanonood po ng ating YouTube channel, yung Coach Pinoy TV channel po natin, just hit that subscribe button po. Huwag pong mahiya. And hit the notification bell para po ma-update kayo sa mga upcoming videos pa po natin. And i-share nyo na po. By the way po, if ever po meron po kayong mga topic na gusto nyo pong i-gawan ko po ng video, please, you can also comment po, no? Dyan po sa comment section. And I will be, very glad po to come up with a video for that. Marami pong salamat. Again, reminder po ni Coach Pinoy, stay healthy, stay positive, stay safe, and of course, stay blessed. Marami pong salamat.